What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Fatal Misfire and we are back with another Doom gameplay. Now, I'm not actually going to be talking about Doom. The point of this entire episode, as you can probably tell from the title, is basically to talk about Destiny, Rise of Iron, the new DLC for the amazing game from Bungie. And the question is, what can we expect? Because obviously we all got the trailer on the day of its announcement, and the sort of big problem that we had was there wasn't an awful lot in it. There was like odd little snippets, but nothing to show us what the actual DLC is going to look like, nothing to show us what to expect. If you pre-order, you get the Iron Galahorn rocket launcher, which, alright, looks pretty good, not going to lie. But the question is, what else can we expect from the DLC? There's supposedly new armor, there's new strikes, there's a new campaign story to go with it. I mean, what exactly are we getting? Now, to be honest with you, nobody knows. However, if you stay right here, we are going to be playing it next week on its release, Tuesday evening. Videos are going live on this channel, depending on how long it takes to complete. I might break it down into a few episodes, but we are going to complete that shit. I'm going to get uploaded. I'm going to be doing it with my girlfriend. The pair of us together. Might get one of my friends involved, don't know. Might just be the two of us. But we are going to get on this shit. We're going to fucking see what it's all about. See what the hell all the hype is about. Because, to be honest with you, I'm hoping it hasn't been like massively overhyped. Because if it has, then it's going to be a bit of disappointment. And to be honest with you, this DLC now is going to set the standard for Destiny 2. Ubisoft and Bungie, maybe not Ubisoft, sorry, Bungie, have already confirmed Destiny 2's release for next year. Now, that being said, nobody knows anything about the game. We don't know even remotely what it's going to look like. We don't know whether it's going to be released on all platforms or just consoles, like the first game. We don't know anything about it. Now, I'm assuming that's because of the upcoming DLC. Obviously, they don't want to pull any hype away from that. They want everybody to look forward to. But as far as we're aware, Rise of Iron is supposed to be a taste of things to come. So, I'll be honest with you, if Rise of Iron turns out to be not that great, like, the first DLC wasn't all that amazing. However, the Taken King was a massive improvement. That was actually a really good DLC. So if Rise of Iron starts to suck at any point, then we're going to have a problem, because it's supposed to be setting the standard for the second one, and if your standard for that is pretty damn low, well then I don't think anybody's going to buy the game. So they really need to be careful about the fact that they haven't released any information regarding Destiny 2. I can kind of understand why, because obviously, like I say, they don't want to sort of pull too much away from the new DLC. But by the same token, you know, nobody knows what to expect. They're leaving it pretty late. Obviously, it's not really going to be released until next year, so that still buys them a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, people want to know well in advance what they're going to be getting. And, you know, we would have thought by now there would at least be, I don't know, some sort of images or trailers or something. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that nothing so far has actually been released. And, you know, I'd love to know why. Because, you know, just showing a couple of pictures of what the new game is going to be like, what platforms it's getting released on, just that small amount of information could make all the difference. And, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's probably a lot of PC players. Obviously, you guys know I play on PC as well as PlayStation 4. That, you know, I want to know, is Destiny 2 going to be on PC? Because the way the first game was laid out would have run perfectly on PC. Now, obviously, Bungie also helped in the making of Halo, which, as most of you know, hasn't been released on PC for a good few games. Now, that could be different, and Bungie could go, do you know what? Let's release it on PC. Well, the question is it going to be a direct port, or are they going to make a few tweaks to make it more suited for PC? The first one would have ran beautifully on PC if they had just ported it across. Wouldn't have been that hard. Even GTA 5 decided they were going to do that. Took them a while, but they got there. I mean, you know, how hard can it be? The game is laid out like an MMO, you know, and let's face it, no console or platform is better suited to MMOs than PC. It's what they were designed for. So the question now is, what the hell's going on? So we'd all like those answers from Bungie, but obviously we're not going to get them until probably a little while after the release of Rise of Iron. They are still tweaking the game, getting all the servers ready. Hopefully they've actually anticipated the amount of sheer players that's actually going to be playing this. I'm hoping plenty of people are going to be playing it, because frankly I don't want it to be such a disappointment that nobody plays it. It's going to be a shame, especially like myself. I pre-ordered it. I wanted to make sure I got it on day one. Unfortunately, I won't have it quite early on for the simple fact that I do work for a living. You know, I can't do this for a living yet. As much as I'd love to, it's just not going to happen anytime soon. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm 27 years of age. I need an income. And for me, obviously, I got to work. Next week, I'm working until 7 p.m. local time. So, you know, it's going to be like 7:30, 8 o'clock by the time I start playing. So those videos ain't going to be out early. But they are coming out, and I am going to be doing them, and it is going to be an absolute blast. But I really want to know what's going on. I cannot wait for Destiny 2. Obviously, we've got a good probably 6 months of Destiny left before the release of the second one. But, you know, they haven't actually confirmed an exact release date. And because of that, it makes me wonder, well, are they going to bring out this DLC and then maybe, 3 months later, release Destiny 2? Probably not. I think they're going to make us wait a little bit longer. I hope that they make sure that the game is finished. There's too many problems these days. I'm not going to start naming games. You all know a lot of them anyway. But there's too many problems with games being released before they are finished. And, you know, I would be gutted if they did that with Destiny 2, because you shouldn't rush a game just to get the income. That just does not make sense. And to be honest with you, I want them to make sure it's finished so that more people play it, more people buy it. Because there's a lot of people these days that look to YouTube for what a game's going to be like, so they won't buy it on day one. They'll give it a few days or even a couple of weeks, you know, just to make sure that the game is ready to play and it's actually playable before going out and buying it. And I can't say I blame them, especially these days, because so many companies are in such a rush to get games out that they're screwing up simple things. You know, they're using sort of, I don't know, it's like old netcode and all sorts of crazy, stupid ideas that just enable them to get the game out, when getting the game out isn't the main focus. Yes, you want to get the game out, but if the game isn't finished, nobody's going to buy it. You know, you might get a handful, but a lot of them for a start will want a refund. And the last thing any developer wants is like 80% of its players asking for a refund within 2 weeks of the game being released. And, you know, it would be a damn shame. It really would. It'd be cool if the game was maybe a little more open world. That'd be interesting, rather than sort of jumping from planet to planet. Or maybe even, you know, you could go from planet to planet, but it was entirely up to you whether you actually did anything. You know, you had certain spots where there were missions and engagements. Like, I know you can do the patrol missions, but even in those, it still feels like you're in a mission. It doesn't feel like you're free to do as you please. Do you know what I mean? You should be able to just go around exploring, see what's around without having to worry about whether or not you're going to be in a mission without even trying for the next 10 seconds. Do you know what I mean? So that's a lot. There's a lot of things that Bungie need to consider. And I'm hoping that after the release next week, we're going to start hearing more. Let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think the new DLC is going to be like. What are you guys expecting from it? What do you hope it's going to be like? You know, what kind of weapons are you looking for? Are there a lot of you out there that are looking forward to just using the Iron Gallahorn? I mean, I'm not going to lie. Fill that up with ammo. Jesus Christ. It is going to fuck some shit up. No doubt about it. But, you know, you got to make sure that the blend of everything is just right. I can't wait to see the new armor. The new armor, if it's anything like the Ironborn, Is it Ironborn? Yeah. But basically the Iron Banner, the Iron Banner events that go on. If the armor is anything like the ones you used to be able to get in that, then it is going to be insane. Now, it seems to me like they made a point of showing wolves. Whether that's just because of the relation to Iron Banner, and obviously, you know, it's all the Iron Guards and whatnot. I don't know. Obviously, the wolf is the crest. But I'm kind of hoping that maybe they bring some sort of companion thing into it. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Only problem is then you've got to start thinking, well, is that companion going to get killed? Or, you know, stuff like that. And I think that'd just be way too much hassle. So I don't think they're going to put something like that. If they do, then it'll be used probably solely in the actual story mode rather than multiplayer. What new maps are they going to bring out for the multiplayer? That's going to be interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're expecting, what you want. Excuse me, what do you want to see? And, you know, hopefully we can all be impressed with it. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, because that DLC is coming up next week on release day. If you don't get to see it on release day, then look out for it the following day, because it is going to be there. And I hope you enjoy, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit like and hit subscribe. I appreciate everything, even comments. If you want to give me a little feedback, by all means, please do. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode.